Before you walk into Tesco again, you should hear this. What looks like a simple shopping trip may actually be a carefully engineered experience designed to influence the choices you make, the routes you walk, and even the amount of money you spend. Many of the products you pick up are not chosen by accident. They're chosen because the store quietly guided you toward them. It feels like you are the one in control. But the truth is more complex. From the smell of warm bread at the entrance to the bright yellow discounts on the shelves, Tesco uses a set of psychological strategies that very few shoppers, especially older adults, ever notice. These techniques are subtle, legal, and surprisingly effective. And here is the paradox. The same tricks that make you overspend can actually help you save money if you understand how they work. Stay with me, because by the end of this report you will know which tactics to avoid, which signs to watch for, and how to walk through Tesco without being quietly steered into spending more than you intended. For many families, especially older adults, Tesco feels like a familiar, dependable place to shop. It is the store people have trusted for decades, a place where routine replaces uncertainty. But behind that sense of comfort lies a highly sophisticated retail system built on behavioral psychology, price design, and data-driven marketing. Understanding this system is essential because the techniques used inside modern supermarkets can quietly influence spending, dietary choices, and long-term financial habits, often without the shopper ever noticing. In recent years, regulators and consumer protection groups in the UK have raised concerns about practices such as shrinkflation, deceptive packaging, and price anchoring. These tactics are not illegal, but they exploit gaps in oversight and rely on the assumption that most shoppers do not read labels carefully, compare unit prices, or monitor subtle changes in product size. Older adults are especially vulnerable because they often shop based on habit, choosing the same brands, walking the same aisles, and relying on visual cues rather than detailed price calculations. Marketing psychology also plays a major role. Supermarkets design their layouts, lighting, shelf positioning, and promotional signage to guide customers toward high-margin products. The aim is not simply to sell food, it is to shape behavior. Research shows that scent, color, music, tempo, and even the arrangement of essential goods can significantly alter purchasing patterns. Tesco is no exception. The company uses these tools to increase time spent in-store, encourage impulse buying, and steer shoppers toward premium or promotional items. At the same time, the economic environment places additional pressure on consumers. Rising living costs mean every pound matters. Yet many shoppers unknowingly pay more than necessary due to strategic pricing systems and loyalty-based incentives that reward repeated behavior while extracting more value over time. This investigation is not about blaming shoppers. It is about exposing the hidden mechanisms behind everyday routines and giving older adults and families the knowledge they need to shop with confidence rather than instinct. Understanding the system is the first step toward taking back control. Tesco presents its stores as welcoming and easy to navigate, especially for older adults who rely on familiar routines. Yet many features inside the store are designed not to help you shop faster, but to keep you inside longer and encourage you to buy more. Since the late 1990s, UK supermarkets began adopting retail psychology, and Tesco was one of the earliest to apply it at scale. Studies from British consumer behavior researchers show that aisle layouts alone can increase spending by 20 to 40%. Warm bakery scents stimulate hunger hormones, while soft lighting over produce enhances freshness. For older adults, these triggers can lead to unplanned purchases of sugary or salty foods that affect blood pressure and glucose levels. Essentials like milk and eggs are placed at the back to force shoppers through high-margin sections. In short, your path inside Tesco is not accidental, it is engineered. And this brings us to the next hidden technique. Many familiar Tesco products appear unchanged. Same packaging, same branding, same shelf position. But the contents inside have quietly shrunk while prices remain the same or even increase. This tactic became common after 2017 as production costs rose, leading supermarkets to reduce weight rather than raise shelf prices. According to the UK's Office for National Statistics, more than 2,500 grocery items shrank between 2018 and 2023. Consumers rarely notice because the brain focuses more on packaging shape than printed grams. As a result, older adults may consume more sugar or salt by eating extra portions to feel satisfied. Labels noting weight changes are often placed in small text or on less visible areas. Shrinkflation slowly raises your spending without you realizing it, but an even more subtle tactic hides inside the packaging itself. At Tesco, many snack bags and drink bottles look large and generously filled. Yet a significant portion of what you see is empty space or structural design. Manufacturers reshape bottle bases and inflate snack bags with nitrogen to maintain appearance while reducing actual content. Independent tests reveal some snack bags contain more than 60% air, while concave bottle bases can reduce liquid by 5 to 10% without being obvious. Since the human brain judges value by container size, shoppers believe they are getting more than they actually are. Older adults expecting traditional quantities may unintentionally overconsume high-salt snacks to compensate for smaller true servings. Notes about reduced volume are often printed faintly or placed beneath the packaging. What looks full may be anything but, which leads to one of Tesco's best-known traps. Tesco's meal deal is widely viewed as a quick, affordable lunch, a sandwich, drink, and snack for one flat price. The impression of a bargain is strong, but it's strategically manufactured. To make the deal appear irresistible, Tesco prices individual sandwiches so high, sometimes above £3.25, that the $3 deal seems the only sensible choice. Market data shows meal deal drinks frequently carry profit margins 2 or 3 times higher than regular groceries. Psychologically, this is known as decoy pricing. A deliberately inflated option pushes you toward the targeted one. For older adults, the issue is health. These combinations often contain high sugar and sodium, contributing to sharp blood pressure or glucose fluctuations. Packaging upgrades such as premium cardboard sleeves further exaggerate value without changing ingredients. The deal isn't cheap, the singles are simply overpriced. And this same illusion appears in Tesco's multi-buy offers. Supermarket shelves overflow with promotions like 2 for $4 or 3 for $5. They sound like guaranteed savings. Yet many cases show that the price per unit is higher than buying just one. These deals gained momentum around 2010 as supermarkets competed on perceived value rather than actual cost. UK consumer investigations have documented numerous situations where shoppers spent 10 to 25% more through multi-buy offers. Humans instinctively gravitate toward bundles, believing they represent good value even when the total is higher. For older adults, the risk is buying more perishable items than needed, increasing food waste or leading to consumption of foods close to spoilage. Unit prices are printed in small fonts while the promotion is displayed prominently. Multi-buy deals save money only on the surface, a pattern mirrored in Tesco's own brand strategy. Tesco separates its private label products into value, standard, and finest tiers. These tiers suggest clear differences in quality. Yet many of these items come from the same factories that produce national brands sitting beside them. Since the early 2000s, Tesco expanded own brand lines to increase profit margins. Blind taste tests conducted by UK consumer groups show that mid-tier Tesco products perform similarly to well-known brands despite costing 20–40% less. Conversely, finest products often use similar formulas but are marketed with artisanal imagery to justify higher pricing. Older adults may choose pricier items believing they are healthier or contain fewer additives, though this is not always the case. Packaging cues such as rustic fonts or photos of artisan kitchens are intentionally used to create an impression that may not match the reality. This same reliance on psychology is amplified by Clubcard data. Tesco's loyalty program is one of the most powerful in the UK retail sector. While it promises discounts, it also collects detailed information about your shopping habits. Launched in 1995, Clubcard was designed to allow Tesco to understand not just what you buy, but when, how often, and in what combinations. Today, more than 20 million households are tracked through it. Internal marketing documents show Tesco can predict purchasing patterns and target deals based on age, family size, and consumption trends. For older adults, personalized offers may repeatedly push high sugar or convenience foods under the appearance of savings. Prices for non-Clubcard customers are often significantly inflated to pressure signups. The program does save money, but in exchange for highly valuable personal data. Another psychological tactic appears in the way price tags are displayed. Tesco's bright yellow discount labels catch the eye instantly, suggesting dramatic savings. Yet many of these reductions are based on price anchoring, a tactic where the original price is temporarily increased before being marked down. UK consumer watchdogs have reported several cases where the so-called discount merely returned the item to its normal price. Shoppers react more strongly to percentage reductions than absolute value, making this approach highly effective. For older adults who rely on quick visual cues rather than fine print details, this can lead to unnecessary purchases. Duration of the original price is often not disclosed, making it hard to judge the real value. Here, the discount is not always what it appears to be, and customer experience plays a role in yet another tactic. Tesco is praised for its easy refund and return process. While this feels generous, it is also a strategic retention tool. Retail studies show that smooth refunds significantly increase customer loyalty while shifting financial losses to suppliers rather than the supermarket. When shoppers feel well treated, they are more likely to forgive poor product quality and continue buying from the same store. For older adults, this sense of reassurance may reduce scrutiny of expiration dates or product changes. The refund experience acts as a protective shield for the brand even when small quality issues occur. But the final tactic in this list is one you may encounter without realizing it. Some of Tesco's most affordable items are often missing, placed in less visible areas, or stocked in low quantities. This can be part of strategic out-of-stock, a retail method used to guide customers toward higher-margin alternatives. Industry reports have documented understocking of low-profit items at multiple major chains, including Tesco. When a familiar budget option is unavailable, shoppers choose a pricier version 70% of the time. For older adults, this may lead to selecting products with more sugar, salt, or additives, simply because cheaper, simpler choices are not present. Discounted items are sometimes marked down late at night when fewer customers shop, reducing access even further. Stock shortages may feel random, but often they are not. And these patterns bring us to the most revealing strategy of all. Among all of Tesco's techniques, the most powerful and least understood extends far beyond the supermarket shelves. Tesco is no longer just a grocery chain. It has built a complete consumer ecosystem that includes banking, mobile services, insurance, credit cards, and even travel money. This network is designed with a clear purpose to keep customers inside the Tesco system for as many aspects of life as possible. The turning point came when Tesco Bank was launched in 1997. Over the years, its financial products became tightly linked to Clubcard, meaning every transaction, whether buying groceries, paying bills, or topping up a mobile plan, feeds into one continuous data stream. By 2023, millions of customers were using Tesco's credit cards and mobile contracts. What appears to be simple convenience is actually an advanced behavioral model. The more services you attach to your loyalty card, the harder it is to leave. Investigations into retail data practices have shown that multi-service ecosystems allow companies to build highly detailed consumer profiles. In Tesco's case, purchase history from the supermarket is combined with financial habits from Tesco Bank. This creates a near-complete picture of spending patterns, lifestyle changes, and even health-related behavior. For older adults, the risk is subtle but real. Convenience can turn into dependency. A mobile plan tied to extra Clubcard points, a bank account offering in-store discounts, or insurance bundled with grocery rewards. All of these make switching providers more complicated than it appears. This is not merely a pricing strategy, it is a comprehensive system designed to shape long-term behavior, not just weekly shopping choices. Now that we understand the techniques at work, the most important step is learning how to protect yourself while still enjoying the convenience of shopping at Tesco. The first and most practical habit is to focus on the unit price instead of the promotional price. Unit price shows the true cost per kilogram or per liter, and it reveals when multi-buy deals or Clubcard offers are not genuine savings. For older adults, this small adjustment can prevent overspending on items that appear discounted but are not. It is also essential to watch for shrinkflation by comparing product weights rather than relying on packaging size. Many bottles and bags look unchanged even when the contents have been reduced. Taking a moment to check the gram or milliliter number can prevent repeated overpayment. When choosing snacks or packaged foods, avoid heavily inflated bags and check the bottom of bottles for deep concave designs that reduce volume. For healthier and more economical choices, consider selecting simpler products with fewer additives or choosing items from local or regional brands where weight and transparency are easier to verify. Before entering the store, prepare a written shopping list. This reduces the chance of impulse purchases triggered by scent lighting or store layout. Older adults should also avoid visiting during quiet hours when slower background music can influence longer browsing. If you do use Clubcard, treat it as a tool, not a guide. A discount only matters if you truly need the item. Finally, avoid buying more than your household can consume even when offers seem attractive. Practical shopping. Careful label reading and awareness of psychological tactics can help you stay firmly in control of your spending. After examining the hidden strategies behind Tesco's shopping experience, one message becomes clear. None of these techniques work by accident. From store layout to pricing structures and loyalty programs, each element is designed to influence what you buy and how much you spend. For older adults and families, understanding these methods is not about avoiding Tesco altogether. It is about shopping with awareness instead of instinct. When you recognize how psychological cues, packaging changes, and data-driven offers shape your decisions, regain control over your budget and your health. Every household deserves transparency, and every shopper deserves to make informed choices. With the right knowledge, you can walk through any supermarket with confidence, not confusion. Now that you've seen how many hidden strategies shape a simple shopping trip, I'd like to hear from you. Which of these tactics have you noticed before, and have any of them affected your spending or your choices at Tesco? Your experience can help other families stay informed. If you care about protecting your household budget and making safer, smarter shopping decisions, consider following this series so you do not miss future investigative reports designed to support older adults and everyday consumers. Thank you for taking the time to watch, to learn, and to stay aware. Your attention is valued and your well-being matters.